Mia, long time no see. Lily, it's been a while. You're married. I had no idea. And it's been 5 years already. Oh, yes, that's right. Who told you? Yesterday I met Mary, who was in my class. I heard you got married. I was so shocked. I'm glad someone found you. I didn't know someone like you others don't. What? Did you call me all the way to tell me that? It's not like that. Why didn't you tell me? You didn't even invite me to your wedding. Isn't that a little cold? Because I haven't seen you at all since we graduated from college. Even in the college, we weren't that close. What? You're mean! I thought I was getting along with you. I even got your hand-me-downs. Hand-me-down? Do you mean taking over my boyfriend? What? I don't like the way you say that. You don't sound like a good listener. I guess it's the same no matter how you put it. I didn't do anything wrong, right? Because he said, Lily is more beautiful than me and came to me. It can't be helped, right? Didn't you know he was my boyfriend and asked him out? No. He came to me from the other side. But you know, I'm glad you broke up. He was that kind of a guy who will immediately run to another woman. That's true. But you broke up with him right away because he was a boring guy, right? You should be thankful to me. You didn't have to deal with that guy for so long. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and yet, you wouldn't invite me to your wedding, to whom you owe so much. Don't you think that nonsense? Even you got married, right? I heard you got married shortly after you graduated from college. Yes, you're right. I got married 2 years after I started working. I'm not cut out of working, so I wanted to leave the company early. I see, but I wasn't invited to the wedding too. And that's because my partner was quite rich. Well, being poor doesn't suit me. I see. That's why the invitation were for rich people only. If I invited you to the wedding, it would make me look bad. I don't want my friends to think that I have such a poor person in my life. That's why. But this is all for you, you know? Everyone brought a lot of congratulatory gifts. I just didn't invite you because I thought you couldn't afford it. This is another act of kindness. I see. I guess that means you care about me. That's obvious. So now you're married to this rich guy and you're doing it happily. But you know, we got divorced. Oh, is that so? He was stingy even though he was rich. If he has a salary with 20 million a year, I thought I could live a reasonable life. But when I bought a brand new item, he called it a waste of money and extravagant. He was always nagging me. And then he took away my credit card. He started to manage his salary by himself, and I have no more money at my disposal. Isn't that because you overdid it? No matter how good his salary is, if you spend it like that, anyone would do that. Don't you think so? No, it doesn't. That kind of thing is called being stingy. I couldn't do it, so I divorced him in the 3rd year. Okay, so you're single now. That's right. And my parents are very picky. They want me to work and get married and move out. Isn't that terrible? What? Are you sure you're not doing anything right now? Yeah, because I'm divorced and heartbroken. I can't work that soon. You said earlier that you got married the year after you graduated from college, right? Yeah. So what? And you got divorced in your 3rd year, which means you got divorced when you were 27, right? Oh yeah, you're good at understanding. Anyone can understand. That means it's 5 years ago. Oh, it's been that long already. Oh yes, by the way, I guess you got married the same year I got divorced. That's kind of sarcastic, isn't it? I didn't know that. It's none of my business. Besides, are you really that heartbroken? That's how deep the hurt is. But you broke up with him because he wouldn't let you spend money, right? Does that hurt you? Oh, of course! I thought I could spend the rest of my life spending with my husband's money. It didn't work out the way I wanted, you know? That means my dreams are dashed. That must be hurtful. I don't really understand the logic behind this. So, what did you want today? Was there something special? I heard you got married, so I thought I'd go over and congratulate you. You don't have to do that. Don't say like that. I'll eat your homemade meal. Make a good meal for me. What? Aren't you coming to celebrate? I am. And now you want me to cook for you. Isn't that a little strange? I'm going to your house for you, so it's natural. You don't have to force yourself to come. What's the matter with you? I told you I'd celebrate you. You should take people's kindness with an open heart. Well, maybe when I get a chance, I'll make opportunities. I'll be there soon, so look forward to it. Hey, Lily, when did you leave yesterday? You ate all over the place and didn't even clean up. Oh, Mia, thanks for the meal yesterday. What do you mean, thanks for the food? You just burged in here without permission. How dare you burg in on me? You unlocked the door for me. You just burged in while I was out. No, I didn't. When I told your husband you and I went to the college together, he let me in. Even if that's the case, I can't believe you went up there when I wasn't there. Besides, how can I leave a mess like that in someone's house? And you left before I even knew you were there. I had to clean up after you because you made such a mess, you know? I mean, because I feel bad cleaning up someone's house without permission. No, I think make a mess like that is much more terrible. I was really surprised when I came home and saw you. I didn't expect you to come. I was surprised. The other day when I saw you entering the apartment, I was so shocked. I had no idea you live in such a rich apartment. Why didn't you tell me? It's not like I bothered to tell you. I had no idea you were such a celebrity. I guess it was worth it for me to come over to celebrate. Celebration? You didn't bring me anything. I said congratulations on your wedding as the first words out of my mouth. I went out of my way to congratulate you. There's no better way to celebrate. What's that? Don't you usually bring at least one souvenir? Don't compare me with those ordinary people. You came before noon and asked for caviar and foie gras. You asked for a wine, and eventually opened the refrigerator. Moreover, defrosted the steak with both and started grilling it on your own. I don't think that's normal. But your husband was happy. He said it was like a party. He likes festivals like that. That's why he spends so much money. That's fine. You're just like my ex-husband. People who say things like that make others embarrassed, you know? I feel sorry for your husband. You two had a lot of fun together, didn't you? I know, right? I think I get along with your husband. And he's quite handsome. Why did he marry you? He doesn't suit you at all. Did you get some kind of weakness of him? What do you mean by that? I don't have any deep meaning. I just thought he must be a real sucker to marry you. I thought that type of guy is ugly, but I'm so surprised. And you live such a celebrity life, even though you're Mia. What do you mean, even for me? With a face of yours, you must be worse off than me. It's not like I've been living with my appearance. Besides, I don't like it when you talk like that. It doesn't matter, we are friends. Just because we are friends doesn't mean you can say whatever you want. I am honest. That's my strong point. You haven't changed at all since we were in college. It's been 10 years since we graduated. My good looks haven't changed over the years. I'm talking about our personality. By the way, you're grown up now. You didn't look like the same age with me. Your husband also said that. He didn't know there was such a beautiful woman among the classmates. He's in a good shape. He's outgoing and always wants to make himself look big. You shouldn't take what he said too seriously. What? He only tells the truth. It's a decent fact that I look younger and more beautiful than you. You seem to be having a lot of fun with people as your sidekick. I get distracted so bad I didn't get any work done. Okay. I heard you work from home. Do you do some kind of side job? I heard you got a highest grade in your college. But when you got out in the world, you didn't get it. I used to work for a company, but I started my own business when I was 30. I started my own business when I was 30, blah blah blah. The truth is, you are living on your husband's back, aren't you? I'm just taking easy on him because he makes a lot of money. What are you talking about? You think you're beating me, don't you? I'm not competing with you. I don't think I won or lost at all. You are lying! Mia, you haven't been able to beat me at all since college except in studies. If I could beat you in studies, that's good enough for me, isn't it? College is where you go to study. You got your current husband to make me look up to you. Huh? You know, we haven't seen each other since we graduated from college. There's no way I will think like that every single time. You've been holding on to the fact that I took your boyfriend for so long. That's ridiculous. You're a figurehead. Think what you want already. You haven't listened to anyone for a long time. You wouldn't believe anything I say. But you know what? I'll be the last one to laugh. What do you mean the last one to laugh? I came up with a very good idea right now. Your good thinking is not a good thing. We are not a student anymore. We won't be so different. You can do whatever you want. I will. After all, people have to live honestly. Don't you agree? I'll tell you if everything goes well. You don't have to report back to me. Well, don't say that. Just look forward to it. Mia, I have something to tell you, and it's a good news. You really contacted me. I told you you don't have to. Of course I did. We promised. I didn't mean to promise you anything in particular. Oh well, I'm sorry I haven't been able to visit you for a while. When you came out of the blue 3 months ago, you made a mess. You left without cleaning up any of the mess. Be honest, it was nothing but a nonsense. Oh, Mia, why are you talking so cold to me? I'm just telling you the truth. It's not a good idea to get involved with you. You're even more powerful than you were in college. I really don't want to get involved with you. But I guess that's not going to happen. What do you mean? Again, I got your guy. What? Well, I guess that just means I'm attractive. What on earth are you talking about? I'm talking about your husband, Dylan, of course. Or are you with another man, Mia? Of course not. I know, right? Not many people like you. Dylan also thinks I'm beautiful than you. Are you saying that you had an affair with my husband? Not cheating, but serious. Being in love with someone's husband isn't serious. It can't be helped. We fell in love at first sight. What nonsense are you talking? Because a man with high income doesn't suit you. Not celebrity life is mine. I don't understand what you're saying at all. Celebrity life. You're blurting it out again. A man with a high income is sexy and attractive. Your husband who makes salary 60 million a year is mine, so divorce him. You're talking about my income, right? Huh? Of course it's not your income. It's Dylan's income. Because Dylan says so. Oh, he's telling such a lie again. What's a lie? I told you, he wants to make himself look big. I told you not to trust him. And yet, you were so fooled. What do you mean? Then how much is Dylan's annual income actually? About half? 30 million? No way. 2 million maybe. Huh? His company's performance has been slumping lately. His salary is going down. What? 2 million? That means he makes less than, $200 a month? But why is he living like that? I told you, that's my income. What do you do? I'm a web designer. I work for advertising agency and big companies. Right now, I've set up an online group with a few other people. We work together, so we get some pretty big assignment. And you make that much money, thanks to you. Well, I guess I got lucky. The president of the big company happened to like my design, and he used it. That's when I started getting a lot of work. So, Dylan is really... Yeah, the company is in such a state. I was in trouble because he was spending money without worries. Are you serious? I don't blame him for the company's condition, but he never changes his attitude towards life, and he never gets out of his vain habits. I was actually thinking of getting a divorce. What? But he insisted that he would never divorce me. So I went to see a meditator, but a meditator didn't think that just because my husband's salary is low, the meditator wouldn't accept that as grounds for divorce. I was in trouble. Is that so? Even if we go to meditation, he works decent. He's not verbally abusive. The meditator said, it will conclude like we should be helping each other out more as a couple. Or I'm not cooperating enough. That's not convincing. So, what do you want to say? That means thanks to you, we now have grounds for divorce. Huh? Because it's adultery, cheating. There's no such a fine reason, right? They say that divorce is granted almost 100% in the case of cheating. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you, Mia. No way. You're a good friend to have. I never thought of you as a friend before, but thank you for this one time. Just this once. You gotta be kidding. Thank you for taking on my husband. You're right, I'll divorce him right now. You can come and pick him up anytime. Let me ask you something. Anything you want. Whose is the tower house? That's obvious. It's mine. I know, right? But since you're a couple, Dina has a right to, right? If we sell it, it'll be worth a lot of money, right? What are you talking about? He doesn't have any rights. Why not? It's joint property of the couple, right? I'm sorry. I bought this apartment with the inheritance my father left me. Dila has no rights at all. Of course it's in my name. Did your father have that much money? You didn't talk about that in college. Of course I wouldn't tell you that. We don't usually talk about our parents' inheritance. I already told my parents I'm going to marry with a rich guy and move out. Oh, I see. The guy I married isn't rich, but why don't you just marry him and not worry about it? Likely, we can join the registry right after a divorce, so there's no problem. Good for you. You got your way. I don't want to. I don't want that poor man. I don't need another divorce. I'm giving back to you. Well, I don't want him either. Oh, and just so you know, he's a very dependent man. If I leave him, I'm sure he'll never leave you. What? You should be good friends with him at best. I told you I don't want to. Dylan said he makes a salary of 60 million a year, so I took out a lot of loans to buy things. How am I supposed to pay for that? Can you pay with less than $200,000 a month? I don't know about that. It's none of my business. You should get a job, Lily. You must have heard enough from your previous divorce to seduce other people's husbands, right? There's no way those scars will remain forever. Is that so? It's been 5 years and you still look like you haven't healed. Anyways, if you're making such a money, why don't you lend me some money? I mean, you're my friend, so you can share a little. Huh? What kind of idea is that? I wouldn't lend you that kind of money. I mean, of course you know that. I'm going to charge alimony both of you. What? Because you're cheating on me. You have to pay me alimony. What a pity. I'm divorced and you're paying me money too. That's my friend. That's terrible! Taking money from me? That's not a friend! You're right. I don't consider you a friend either. I never have been. I never will be. And I never want anything to do with you anymore. I'll go through my lawyer for alimony too. Don't say that! I don't want Dylan anymore. I don't want to pay alimony either. Just give me the money! Don't be silly. How long are you going to keep saying such convenient things? We're 32 years old too. I don't care how old we are. I'm sorry for what we've been through. Let's be friends from now on. No thanks. I'm not going to have anything to do with someone who lives out as soon as she finds out how much money I have. I don't want anything to do with you. You should at least take responsibility for your own actions. Just be friends from now on. Mia, please! Give me assistance! The divorce was successfully finalized after the affair was proven, and the ex-husband was asked to leave. When Laili found out that had happened, her parents lost patience and were furious. She was kicked out of her parents' house, and she was crying to her lawyer to ask for a reduction of alimony. She was crying to her lawyer for a reduction in alimony, but of course he refused. Now she lives with her ex-husband in a cheap apartment with no sunlight. She works part-time from morning to night to pay her debts. They seem to be constantly fighting about money. My ex-husband was contacting me repeatedly about getting back together. I asked her to contact a lawyer to file a nonsense lawsuit against him because he was interfering with her work. I finally got him to quiet down, and now I can concentrate on my work. Thanks to them, my income is going to increase again. I plan to work even harder in the future.
Sophia, do you have any plans to go out to eat somewhere nice? I do, but I can't invite you. What do you mean? Well, my sister announced that she's pregnant. We're planning to go out to dinner to celebrate. Oh, wow! Where are you planning to have dinner? A place called Akari in the next town over. It's a fancy Japanese restaurant. I see. We thought we'd celebrate a little extravagantly for once. Well, we'll celebrate with you. In exchange, can you treat us to some food? Huh? You're kidding, right? I'm always serious. I've always wanted to go to that restaurant. My husband would love to go there. Why don't you add a couple of us to the bill? I'm sorry, we want to have some family time. Why don't you make a booking on your own? That's no good. What do you mean? We're not like your family. We don't have the money that you and your family have. We don't have the luxury of fine dining. We can only eat fancy meals at parties. That's why I have to go with you. So you're asking us to pay for your meals? We're the ones who are supposed to be celebrating for your sister, so you should be paying for the meal. No, that's not right. I think it's normal for each person to pay for their own meals. You have an unusual way of thinking. Really? Just add 2 people to your reservation. I won't bring my 3 kids. That's not the point. We can't invite you and your kids to this dinner party in the first place. When we have lunches with our friends, we'll invite you. So can you please just give me a break? But you don't know when you're going to have this lunch. Well, everyone's busy with their kids, exams and stuff. It might be a while. I don't like that. Besides, it's not fair that you get to eat the good food and I don't. Excuse me? You have more money than we do. You can eat good food anytime you want, right? Don't you think you should be a little kinder to the poor? We don't have a lot of money either. My kids cost a lot of money too. We don't have the luxury of going out to eat as often as we'd like. But I heard that your child is going to a private school, right? Which means you have the money to pay for a private school, right? My in-laws are helping me pay for it. I mean, it's not like I need to bother telling you. Why can't you take my family to your dinner? I told you the reasons. You're so persistent. You're probably thinking, these poor people can't possibly understand the taste of fine food. Am I right? That's why you won't invite us? So does it come to that? We just want to have fun as a family. We also need to think about my sister's health. I don't think she'd want to be around so many people. You insist on not inviting me. I'd rather not have you come. If you persist too much, I may have to rethink our friendship. I see. So you don't want anything to do with me because I'm poor. I didn't say that, and I never thought of you as poor. Who knows for sure? I think deep down you were making fun of me. No, I'm not. Why are you acting so weird? Why don't you calm down a little? I'm calm. If you're not going to invite me, then I have an idea. Are you okay with that? What do you mean? Are you thinking of interrupting our dinner party? Who knows? Well, it might turn out that way. My sister is looking forward to this dinner party. I don't want you to do anything to disrupt it. If you do anything to disturb my family, I'll get angry. Why don't you go ahead and get mad? You're the one who didn't invite us. It's your fault, so watch your back. What? A few days later. Hey! Are you on your way to the restaurant? What? Where do you think I am right now? I don't know anything about that. I'm at a dinner party you made reservations for. I'm eating everything here. You guys can go to a diner. Your reservation was stolen, so you have no place to go. No, I canceled my reservations. Well, then what's this? Maybe it's someone else's reservation? I don't know all the details. But you said you were having dinner with your sister to celebrate your sister's pregnancy. That was the original plan, but she got sick and couldn't make it, so we canceled the reservation. You didn't tell me this! I had no reason to tell you, since it had nothing to do with you. I guess. Isabella, don't tell me that you tried to hijack our reservation from us. It's your fault that you wouldn't invite us to dinner. You're acting like a child, and you have your husband with you, right? Yes, I do. He said he wanted to eat a feast once in a while, so I brought him. Did he know that you were trying to hijack our reservation? Yes, he did. He's the one who suggested it. What a couple you two are. I feel sorry for your kids. I don't care. What are we going to do about this? We've done something very wrong, haven't we? Even if it was our reservation, it doesn't change the fact that you did something wrong. Hey, what do you think we should do? You have to be honest with the restaurant and apologize to the person you stole the reservation from. What if he's a scary guy? Well, you can't change what you did, so you have no choice. Didn't they ask for your name or anything before you went in? I told them I had a reservation with Smith. They let me in without a second thought. I see. Someone with the same last name happened to have a reservation. Smith is not an uncommon last name, so it's not impossible. Really? Shouldn't the person who made the reservation be there by now? Oh, yeah. I believe they said seating starts at 1 p.m. They should be here by now. Hey, help us! I don't care. You're on your own. Bye. Hey! A few hours later. Oh my god! Of all people, it was my husband's boss. I see. Was your husband okay? My husband was chewed out by his boss. He charged us for every meal we ate. And he also charged us for the new meals they ordered. We'll be living on Sprouts for the rest of the month. Well, if you were able to work it out with the money, that's good. Nothing is good about this. My husband's boss said he's going to report this to the president. We'll be the laughingstock of the company. It's going to be difficult for my husband to go back to work. It's his fault for doing this. It can't be helped. He's so small-minded. He might just quit his job. If he loses his income, how will we survive? I don't need you asking me that. If he quits the company, he'll have to find a new job, won't he? I don't know if he'll be able to find a new job anytime soon, though. Don't say it like it's someone else's business. Well, actually, it is someone else's business. I don't think I have to be yelled at for this. I can't let you get away with this. Whose fault is it that we're in this mess? It's your fault. No, it's not. It's all your fault, Sophia. You're the one who put us through hell. Excuse me? Why is it my fault? It's your fault for canceling your reservation. It was my choice to change my plans. It's not like we made plans to go together. We were planning to go together. As an apology, you should treat us next time. I'm not taking no for an answer. I don't understand. Do you realize how ridiculous you sound? I think it's you who should be apologizing. Why should I apologize? You tried to ruin our dinner party, didn't you? Don't you feel sorry? Not at all. I'm just super sorry that our plan didn't work out. You were insane. That's so rude. I didn't say anything crazy. Who in their right mind would hijack their mom friend's reservation? I think you and your husband are out of your minds. You are so rude, but I'll do anything to get you to pay. I don't know what you're up to, but I don't think you should screw around anymore. A few weeks later. I just heard something juicy. You're rescheduling your sister's celebration. Where did you hear that? I don't think I told anyone. I asked my son to look into it. Huh? I ordered my son to find out what you and your family were doing. Your daughter told my son. Why are you bringing your child into this? Because none of my other mom friends will tell me. After what happened last time, they're avoiding you. They don't want anything to do with you. You are all horrible. I'm the victim here. No, I think I'm the victim here. You're making a big deal out of this. Anyway, you're going to have to pay for my share of the next dinner. Understood? I don't want to. You're on your own. And please don't come along. It's very annoying. You can't call me annoying when you're talking to a friend. I'm sorry, but after what happened last time, I have the worst impression of you. I don't even consider you a friend anymore. Oh, really? Well, I'll cut to the chase. I know where and when your reservation is. What? You're going to a fancy Chinese place this time, right? There's only one place around here that serves upscale Chinese food. Well, I'll look forward to seeing you on the day. Isabella, unless you want to get hurt twice, don't do this. You've been warned. The day of the dinner party. Yoo-hoo! As one would expect from a fine cuisine, the food was delicious. I ate a lot of shark's fin too. Good for you. You'll be soon here, right? Where is here? To the fancy Chinese restaurant, of course. It's the most talked about restaurant in town, and it's delicious. Are you at the Chinese restaurant in front of the station? Yes, I am. You're celebrating your sister's pregnancy here, right? I came to the restaurant before you did. I couldn't wait to start eating. We're not going to that restaurant. What? You said we were going for a fancy Chinese meal. I never said that. But your daughter said you're going for fancy Chinese food. She said fancy. She didn't say high-end. I'm sure she felt the Chinese food at a small shop was fancy enough. She loves Chinese food. What? But the other day when I asked you if you were going to eat fancy Chinese food, you didn't deny anything. Did you know I was wrong? Sort of, so I warned you not to screw around anymore. Why didn't you tell me then that you were going to a small shop? I mean, that would have just made me a sucker, wouldn't it? I just didn't want you to come. You didn't want me to? You don't like me that much? If I had to choose between liking and disliking you, I'd say I dislike you. I don't know how you can like someone who keeps on getting bothered. Well, I'm going to enjoy my dinner with my family. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait a minute! What do you want? No, I need your help. I was expecting you and your family to come, so I didn't bring any money. You didn't bring a penny? No, I mean, it's not nothing, but it's going to be hard to pay for everything I ate. Did you bring anyone with you today? No, I came alone today. My husband is busy job hunting. So your husband quit his old job. Well, since that incident, the other employees started giving him the cold shoulder, so he decided to quit. He's been trying hard to find a new job, but he hasn't been able to find one. What are you doing here at the time your husband is going through a hard time? Because I couldn't forgive you. You say you can't forgive me, but you brought this on yourself, didn't you? I don't think it's right to put the blame on me. Well, maybe I was just mad too. I'm sorry for everything that I've done. Can you help me this time? How am I supposed to help you? I need you to cover the cost of the meal. I don't have any cash, and I maxed out my credit card. I'm at my wit's end. You mean you came to the store with no money? You're trying to dine and dash. It's a crime. I didn't mean to eat for free. I was going to pay for it. Then why didn't you bring money? Because you were counting on us. Yes, that would be. I'll pay you back. And when it's done, you can cut ties with me. Will you help me? If I don't, I'll end up in a police station. Maybe you should just get arrested. Then maybe you'll learn your lesson. Hey, you don't care if your friend becomes a criminal? Nope. I don't care what happens to you. Don't say that! If you're in trouble, go ask someone who might be able to help you. I don't have anyone! That's why I'm asking you! My husband lost his job and we have no money. He's not the type of person who saves money either. So, what about your parents? My parents live far away. They're very poor and in debt. We can't count on them at all. So your in-laws live closer, right? In-laws are a definite no-no. They don't trust us at all. It's so annoying. If they find out I'm in a restaurant without any money, what would they say? And I haven't even told them that my husband quit his job, so I can't call them. But out of all of them, I think your in-laws would be the best bet. I mean, my father-in-law has a big job and a lot of money, but I don't want to have to rely on them. If they find out that we're screwing up together, we'll have to move in with them. I think it would be better for your kids if they moved in with decent in-laws. I'd rather they do that. You don't know how scary in-laws can be. That's why you're so carefree. Please, help me. I've already eaten. I can't stay here much longer. Then why don't you call your in-laws? If you can't, then I'll call your mother-in-law. What? How can you contact my mother-in-law? You don't know her. Actually, I had a chance to talk with her at the last school event. She told me that if that asshole and his wife ever does anything to you, please contact me immediately. And she gave me her number. What? She also gave her number to your other mom friends. I didn't expect it to come in handy so soon. Wait a minute. Please don't contact my mother-in-law. Our lives depend on it. Sophia, please text me back. 10 minutes later. Your mother-in-law is on her way to the store. Yeah, I got a text from my mother-in-law too. I can tell from her message that she's very angry. Of course she is. But I'm glad that your in-laws are decent people. If they had been a bunch of assholes, I would have been worried about your children's future. Oh my god, why are you doing this? That should be my line. From now on, don't call me when you don't need me. I'm sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Sophia, I'm sorry. So don't give up on me. Hey, if you're reading this, please answer me. Afterwards. Isabella kept texting me insistently, so I decided to block her. In the end, her mother-in-law paid for the meal. After Isabella came home, she was scolded severely. Soon after that, Isabella and her husband started to live with her in-laws. I guess the in-laws felt they couldn't trust her to take care of her family. Since they started living with her in-laws, Isabella has become a much calmer person. I still keep in touch with them just to say hello,